Hello everyone, welcome back to Voluminum. This is episode 32. This is the TNT perimeter notched down to Y67. So let's take a look here. This is the TNT perimeter that we marked out. That is the sand farm with the husks dropping sand. And over in this area will be where the creeper farm is. So I've got it marked out here in the rectangle shape. And I'm basically just digging now. So in between base planning and building and other things on the world, over here digging when I have downtime. And I left this little beet tree over here. So I wanted to show you guys, if you didn't already know how I'm kind of digging this, what I'm doing to do with all these blocks. So you might know of other technical servers that dig perimeters. They have a dig storage up in the center, normally like up there, where they'll put their items or boxes and they'll go put them in the storage and they'll sort them out. But what I chose to do is, since there's an end portal here in this area, I can just dump them right down there in the end portal. And so let me drop down here and show you actually what I did. And this is actually something I did a couple weeks ago on stream. I just haven't shown it in a YouTube video yet. So yeah, this is basically what I did, was set up a dropper clock here that will drop the items out of this dropper will spit items into the end portal. So yeah, so if I put these in here, oh, it's giving them to me. So it's dropping them into the end portal, and you might think, okay, where is that going? It's just landing on the end portal on the obsidian and it's going to disappear. Well, not exactly. So a while back, you might have noticed these observers here. So in this obsidian, there are minecarts, hopper minecarts. Now the obsidian does regenerate, but you can put entities in the blocks and they won't disappear. So these hopper minecarts were placed in here on top of hoppers, and they all lead to droppers. So anything that is dropped on top of this platform is dropped onto this water stream and sent all the way down and falls at the end here, all the way down onto that hopper. And that hopper leads into this chest, which is the input chest. So what I'll do is I'll dig a big area and I'll leave the boxes on the ground. And then when I get enough of an area dug, I'll pick up all the boxes, fill my inventory up with shulker boxes, and I'll come over here and dump them. And the reason I put a clock here is because I was having trouble. I was dropping boxes just straight into the portal, but I noticed that some of them were actually laying on the ground down here under the portal, and they weren't being picked up because there's like a cooldown between entities going into the end portal. So yeah, that was a problem. So I had to put hoppers here to pick them up, and this is also easy for me just to drop down like this and then go over into the end. So if we give a little example here, let's go up. So say I drop a bunch of boxes down and let them all drop, and then I can fall down too, and then follow them in the portal, and then go down as well, like this. And then we should be able to see. Perfect timing. Yep, and so that is being dispensed and unloaded. So that's what I'm doing with all of the blocks I dig in that perimeter there. And that is super helpful for me to be able to not have to make dig storage at each perimeter I decide to dig. Even though this isn't the fastest thing, it's hopper speed, this can deal with a lot of items, because I have this input double chest here, it goes down to another one, and then into some droppers here and hoppers. So there's plenty of like storage for shulker boxes, and I put all the blocks into boxes as well, you can see here. And those empty ones are filtered out into these 3 double chests here. And this is, since I have them stacking, I just come over here periodically and check these chests, make sure they aren't filling up too high. But yeah, Just wanted to show off the interdimensional storage sorting and how I deal with the boxes from the perimeter there. This could look better. Tempted to start some decoration for this piston bolt that I showed last episode. No, the episode before, going to the double witch hut perimeter. But yeah, this is just the entrance so far. I haven't made the piston bolt on the way back. Something I need to work on. Let's place it there and hop on. Yeah, so this is working. The piston bolt works out to the perimeter. We just need a bolt back. All right, we're coming up on the transition here. This should work. Oh, God. Not good. What happened? Let's do some debugging here. Okay, so there was a piece of netherrack right there. Just there. I don't know why. And I think that may have caused that piston to not push me. So let's hope that is fixed. Attempt number 2. Okay, we're coming up on the turn. Yes! It worked. Da, 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 da. Okay, so first things first is we need to curve the rails before anything, because curving the rails is vital. So with the way I made these piston bolts, this is a little unorthodox. But it's gonna work, it's gonna be fine. Basically, so these piston bolt like lightmatics I got from the Lambda Tech server I told you about, they're flipped. So they actually go forward on this side and then come back on that side. And I wanted to go like how it is, kind of how the roads are here in the United States, go forward on this side and then come back on the left side. So I just got a little confused, dug a much bigger area than I needed to, and placed some things maybe in a little bit off position, but it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine. But basically this is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at right here. So when the minecart comes in for me going to this portal, it's going to be kicked off onto the cactus and knocked down there. And for example, let's go ahead and put it like that. You saw it? And it's in there. Now, the only problem is it didn't dispense it, right? Well, that's because there are some things missing here, and I might be able to get in a little activation button here underneath, but if not, it's okay, and I can just simply get a minecart out of the chest here and then place it and sit in it and then go. Yeah, so that's where I'm at here with this. I just wanted to show you guys, and I'm going to start work on the actual rail curver. Okay, we're all set up to start placing the rails and curve them, but I need to get back to the main storage to make the rails. So let's take our little escape route here. Whoop. Ta-da! Alright, this should be the piston bolt helper we need, and we just need to trigger it. And I've got an observer here to keep activating that piston after it's pushed. So we just need to update the piston now, and it should curve all of these rails down to the corner there. And go. Oh, there is a minecart. I left a minecart there, I guess. But it's working. Yes. Okay, so this should be the transition. So we're coming along, and this gets a signal, sends over to that piston to push the minecart this way, and then these two get a signal from that. Yeah, I think we're just ready to curve the rails going all the way back to the hub. Okay, I think if I have to spend any longer building these little piston bolt rail curver things, I'm gonna pull my hair out. So let's go ahead and send this thing off. Well, first let's make sure we got it going right. So let's just test it. Update that. should be updating the rails. Yes, okay, we're good. So all we got to do is place an observer here to keep updating this piston, and then the next time we update that piston, it will keep updating from the observer. So let's just go ahead and place all these rails along this road. Yay! The rails are curved. Now we have to craft hundreds of pistons and repeaters. Building piston bolts is fun, right guys? Yay! Ah! Okay, well there was a few streams in between the last clip and this one, and the piston bolt is finished. The piston bolt leading all the way to the double witch hut perimeter is done, and the bolt coming back is also done. I had help in stream, taught me about tweakeroo placement, and I was able to use the grid block breaking, I think it's called. Breaking grid size too. Yeah, so if you ever want to go and dig every other block, enable that. Someone in stream taught me about that, and I was able to just go hold sideways and dig out every other block all the way down, and then all I had to do was come along and place the repeaters and the pistons, and that's basically that. So let's hop on this thing and give this thing a test ride. Now let's go back. Woo! Well, yeah, that's it. That's the piston bolt. So now on to decorating, but first let's go over and check out where the base area is. What the? Hello? What the? What is that? The mothership has landed. Yep. It is built, and I don't know how to get in. But yeah, the base is done. At least the exterior, right? We can't get up there. Nice. Yeah. The exterior is done. And we can't get in, but we'll just land. Let's land, and I'll do a free cam. Woo. So this is the bat farm. I mean, my base. So now that the mothership, that's what I'm calling it. That's what the base is being called, the mothership. Now that it's here and it's landed, we need to connect it to other ships. What would an alien ship do when it lands on a foreign planet? It would probably establish a base of operations. Just kind of letting my imagination run free here, which might be dangerous. Anyways, yeah, so I think some escort ships would look nice next to this thing. But we gotta decide, what would it start harvesting first? So when it lands, say, you know, it needs to establish a base of operations, so that would mean we need to go ahead and set up a storage in here and prepare for all of the farms we're gonna be building around this. AKA all of the harvesting we're gonna do to the planet and all the resource gathering we're gonna do for the mothership. We're going to need to build a storage to hold all the resources that we're going to gather. Okay, we're getting down to business here. This is Notepad, and you know I'm serious when I pull up Notepad. This is kind of something I did on stream a little while ago, and I wanted to just show it in the episode. So we've got mob farms around the base and non-mob farms around the base. And so I've kind of counted them all up to see basically how many Shulker box sorters we will need, because we're going to be using one by Rapscallion. He published a hopper speed Shulker box sorter, and it's really compact and also lag friendly. So we're basically going to sort Shulker boxes from each of these farms through to the mothership in the center there, and we need to go ahead and basically build the storage and count up how many, you know, box sorters we need, box and item sorters we need, so we can account for all the drops from each farm. And maybe add a little extra just in case. So I've went ahead and made just 2 notepads here. Like I said, you can pause the video as I'm scrolling and look at what I've basically got. I've added all of the farm drops, the amount of drops from each farm up, and we're looking at like something around 59 different item box sorters. So we'll go ahead and round that up to 60, maybe even 64, just in case we decide to add more farms. And this is also the result of farms that can't, just farms that can be done. Yeah, we need around 60 or maybe even 64 different item box sorters for the base, for the storage to store all these items from the farms. So because of the shape of the mothership, it's a pretty big area, but it's kind of oddly shaped with a diamond and all that. So we can't just have one long haul back to back. We need to probably make cornered. So if I were to turn this schematic like this, we basically need to turn and have box sorters along this, along walls like this, that, and then on this side, and you know, all around, and sort of a square shape. That'll probably be the best and most compact way to sort all the boxes. And then below we'll also have box viewers, you know, so we can access the loose items as well as the full boxes if we want to. So I've got a lot of planning to do and mapping out of how I want this storage laid out, but that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.